Hey guys, this is Eli Jolly back for another installment in my beginner series. It's my goal to help beginners have a strong foundation, strong technique. Okay, so last time we talked about counting, which I put super high in my list of priorities. Now let's even talk about something that precedes counting. Let's talk about good fundamentals in the auction. Okay, so when I think of a bridge hand, I know that, when you're thinking about a bridge hand, it can become completely overwhelming, especially for a beginning player. You have all these data points you're trying to gather, and this player says this, and this player says this, and what's my partner's range, and the auction can become scrambled in your head. And I'm going to give you a method I think that'll help you clear your thoughts some, give you a heuristic to use when you're a little bit confused, and will hopefully even allow you, in the post-mortem to remember hands, which is a pretty exciting thing too. So if you think of each hand, each bridge hand as a story, I think it'll help you achieve this goal. So East is bidding a heart, right? So they're telling a part of their story. They're a player. They're a character in this story, and they've said, "I have a heart." Okay. So now, as we're listening to the story in the auction, we have to decide whether to act in it. Okay. Now you would think to yourself, "Oh, I'm only acting if I'm bidding something, right? If I'm making a call, if I'm bidding a spade, or I'm doubling." But in reality, you're always acting within the story. You're saying something even with a pass. So be actively listening to this story at all times, because you are a part of it, okay? Even when you have this, sort of a busted 9 count, there's nothing here, you have the opponent's suit. But even by passing here, I'm telling part of my story. And my story here is that I don't have anything to say. So I pass, West bids 1 no trump. So East-West is playing 2/1, by the way. This 1 no trump bid is not game forcing. And now East is just describing their hand. But I'm staying active in the story. I now know. I'm putting together this story that, okay, East has hearts. West wasn't able to game force. They're forcing them to bid again. And East now has some diamonds. So I'm making a prediction here. I'm active in the story. Okay, I think that East maybe has 5 hearts and 4 diamonds. Okay, I'm in the story. I'm putting together the picture of the hand, even though I still don't have anything to say. I have nothing productive to tell my partner. If you have nothing good to say, don't say anything at all, right? That's what your mom says. So I'm going to do that too. I'm going to pass here. And West now bids 2 hearts. Okay, so they've taken a preference to 2 hearts. Again, my partner was not able to act. So I'm listening to their story. Okay, partner. Okay, you can't say anything. All right, back to me. What do I do here? Well, what do I know? The great thing is I've been putting together pieces of the story, so I know that East has, again, probably 5 hearts, 4 diamonds, maybe 3, possibly, and that West doesn't have a game-forcing hand. So, they've stopped in 2 hearts, right? So what? That means that we have something, but do they have a fit? And this is getting a little bit more technical here. But again, we can kind of just look at our hand and think, I just don't have anything good to say, right? I don't have a suit to tell my partner about. My partner could, if I doubled, maybe my partner would bid spades, but maybe not. They might bid clubs. So I think it just behooves us to use this heuristic and think, do I have anything to say? Can I add to the story? Is there anything about my hand my partner needs to know? And I think the fact is, no. Wow. Okay. So that was a lot of work for 3 passes, right? But if we stay involved like this, we can start really putting together the picture of the hand and counting even the hand during the auction, which is pretty exciting. Okay, so it comes back to counting again. Now let's look at an example where we have something to say or something to add to the story. All right, so we're in first seat here. I have this 12 count with 6 hearts. Pretty exciting. And I'm just going to bid a heart. Okay, so I know the robots bid very quickly, but let's just focus on our bid. So we bid a heart there. And what are we promising our partner? 12, it's a wide range, right? 12 to 21 points. But, just think of yourself, at the very minimum, I'm telling my partner I have 12 to 14. That's my minimum hand. If I had a medium hand with hearts, it could be 15 to 17. And my big hand with hearts is like 18 to 21. So right now, what I told my partner is that all I've told him is that I just promise at least 12, right? but I have 12. And what else? Is there anything special about my hand? Is there anything else to tell my partner in this auction? Well, my partner is able to support hearts. Great. Awesome. So we know we have a fit. West has been spades. East has supported spades. Is there anything special about my hand? Whenever there's something special or extra in my hand, that's when I should speak again. That's when I should add to the story of the hand. And I think at this point, there is. Even though I'm minimal, even though I have 12 points, I have 6 hearts, and that's a great feature. So I think this bid calls for me to compete higher. So I'm going to bid 3 hearts. Now at this point, I've told my story. West has competed 3 spades. Great, we forced him to 3 level. That might be awesome for us. Pass, back to me. And my partner wasn't able to add to the story. They told their complete story with their 2 heart bid. So what am I going to do? I'm going to trust my partner. Very key. Good for all kinds of relationships, right? Just trust your partner. And you know, this could be very good for us. So we're going to pass. All right. So at this point, we're not even going to play this hand. We're going to go to the next hand, which is going to look eerily similar. Wow, it's almost like I made this. So we have 12 points here again. Very similar hand, except for the fact that we have 5 hearts. And the auction's going to proceed like it did before. My partner bids 2 hearts. They bid 2 spades right here. And this time I have nothing to add to the story. I've told my complete story with this 1 heart bid, and I should be proud of it, okay? I should be proud to just pass here and then leave the option to my partner. Trust my partner to do something if they can. So at this point, I'm going to pass. Wow, so partner was able to come back in with another action. This means that they either had more, they were at the top of their range for their bid, so they promised 6 to 9 for their 2 heart bid, or maybe they had something special about their shape. So again, extras, something special, right? Something special about shape or points that gives you the reason to bid again. Okay, so in this instance, East passes, and I really don't have anything to think about because I've already told the story, right? I have nothing good to say, so I'm not going to say anything at all. And I'm going to pass, and now we're going to play 3 hearts. Okay, so last time I talked about pre-counting. And one of the beautiful things about really listening to the story, really listening to the auction, right, is that you can start pre-counting the suits even before you see the dummy. But at this point, we've seen the dummy, so we might as well count using it. So we have some information on this hand. We remember that West bid a spade. East supported with 2 spades, okay? So West promised 5 spades, and East promised 3. We think about using our hand patterns, that's 5, 3, 3, 2. Does that make sense? Yes, it adds to 13, okay? So we can even start counting the opponent's suits based on the auction, okay? So we're in a great place now to think about the spade suit. My next goal as a beginner here would be to think about trumps and how we're gonna play that, okay? So in my last video, I talked more about pre-counting. I want to keep using that technique, but now couple that with thinking about the story of the hand and putting together all this information. All right, guys, so that's my basic lesson for today. I think this is a really cool heuristic that can help even the advancing player in unfamiliar situations. I know I use this. You know, that's the beauty of bridge. There's always new stuff coming at you, and you can use this technique. You know, have I told my story? And if you have, you can be quiet. If not, say something else, right? All right, so I hope everyone has an awesome day. I really appreciate you watching these videos. Please like and subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff. I'm going to have a link to my Patreon page if you want to support me. That's awesome. If not, that's great too. I just hope everybody's enjoying the bridge, and I really hope if you're a beginner player, you're learning something from this. Have a great day. Happy bridge.